Just put down those blinds. Okay, go.
Gravediggers by Dan McCormick. Setting a cemetery. Time today. Characters. Roy Steinberg is reading Charlie, the head gravedigger. Mitchell Malnati is reading Mac, a gravedigger. As the play opens, Charlie and Mac are digging over a plot with shovels and whatnot. An unseen loader tractor is off stage.
Hey, wasn't it Shakespeare who said, a horse, my kingdom for a horse?
Well, Shakespeare wrote it, but King Richard II, or maybe the third, I think, said it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And now a horse is a roll of fucking toilet paper, because that's what's going on out there. I mean, every fucking person on the planet, and that includes the King Richards of the world, need to wipe their ass. And now they're doing anything they possibly can to get a hold of the fucking roll of Charmin. It's like gold. Or hell, even a Scotch roll, the kind that's like friggin' sandpaper on your ass. I mean, it's like owning a piece of silver. Man, oh man, that's modern society for you. One step above the fucking caveman is what we become.
Flintstones, make the Flintstones.
you got it.
But in all seriousness, I'm just glad to be working right now because all my friends who work in the bars and shit are out of work, and who knows when they'll be open again.
Yeah, it sure sucks not to be able to get a cold one after work.
Well, I mean, you can take out if you want.
Take out? Who the hell wants to do that every night? I go to a bar to chill the fuck out, get my mind off shit. You and me will always have a job because no matter what, people still need to be buried.
I ain't so sure about that. Pretty soon, everybody will be getting cremated because they'll say that the dead bodies start carrying the virus. You watch, mark my word.
Shit, I won't be griping because I could use a break from digging holes for a while. I've been doing this for nearly 30 years. I ain't getting any younger.
Can say that again. What? In all seriousness, let me tell you something. You better hang in there as long as we can because this virus, it just might make movie stars out of us yet.
Movie stars? What do you mean movie stars?
You haven't seen the latest trend?
No. Fill me in.
Fill you in. Oh, you and your gravedigger one-liners. I swear you kill me sometimes.
Kill me sometimes. That's a pretty good one, too.
No, that's an old one, just like you.
As you were saying.
I was saying, all right, we might just be the next big thing because there's this whole new trend about social distancing, even at burials. And so now they're filming them so people can actually watch their loved ones being put toes up online instead of actually attending. And so who are they going to see in the background from our good side? Us, that's who. Enough for nothing. All the Hollywood hotshots are all out of work right now too, actors especially. And so who are the directors going to be looking for when they're in quarantine? The next new face, that's who. And where will the only venue be for them to look for a next new face?
Burials.
Exactamundo, as the Fonz used to say. And so we, the lowly gravediggers, will potentially be seen all over the world.
Viral, baby, viral.
No, virus, baby, virus. And, thanks to the big V, will be the new celebrities. Mark my word. And if it's a celebrity who actually dies from this thing and they film it, God, forget about it. We'll be making like Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise look like day players on a canceled soap opera.
Yeah, it's exciting.
You bet it is. So you better start shaving every once in a while, maybe get a haircut too.
No, I want to be seen as a character actor. They're the ones with longevity.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Okay, now let's see. Who we're digging this plot for? That's strange.
What?
Don't say.
It should be on the other sheet. You got the other sheet?
Oh, I only got the one, unless it's still out somewhere, because I opened this up last night, and with the dark and the wind and all, it might have. Anyways, now that I'm really reading this is an expedited burial on orders from Mr. Clay himself.
Well, Mr. Clay, meaning like Mr. Clay who owns the whole cemetery, Mr. Clay?
Very one.
So, what do you think? Cameras? No cameras?
Definitely no cameras, because in all the years I know him, he is one of the most private guys on the planet. And I don't mean like that to be a bad thing, because let me tell you something. The guy's a genuine gentleman. Couldn't be any nicer than me. How you doing today, Charlie? Everything's okay with your mom these days? Charlie's always a kind word.
Oh yeah, no argument for me on that one. He's all right. So, who do you think we're sending off then? Not him, I hope.
No, not him, because he's the one who signed off on it. But it's somebody of importance, because for sure he stipulates he wants the grave 12 feet deep.
I'm sorry, 12 feet deep? That's crazy.
Yeah, it is, but we ain't questioning him. And here's some good news. He says there's a big tip for us on top of it.
No shit. How much?
I don't say, but the last time he tipped me, he gave me $500 for his sister's burial, and she was only 4 feet under. And this hole here, that's triple the size. So this tip could help us out for a couple of weeks easy. I got one question though.
What's that?
Where the hell is Tommy?
No, running late as usual. I don't know.
He better get his ass here soon, because this is now a three-man job. The Clay wasn't expediting, so he's going to get it expedited, right? So let's give him a call, will you?
Give who a call?
Tommy, who else?
I ain't got his number.
You got it?
No, I ain't the head digger around here, but I know who is.
All right. Yeah, I'll take care of it. So you get the loader started, and I got to do some double time into this dirt.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mac exit as Charlie takes out his cell phone, dials the number, and listens for an answer as he does his best to clear his throat. Just then, the loader tractor is heard turning over a few times, but not starting. Charlie looks towards the loader with a bit of concern before he obviously gets Tommy's voicemail and speaks.
Tommy, Charlie, where the hell are you? And you better not still be sleeping, or worse yet, social distancing from us, you fuck. Yeah, we got a hell of a lot of work to do today, and Mac and me can't do it by ourselves. We're too damn old.
Yeah, one of us is anyways.
Yeah.
The loader is again heard turning over, but still unable to start.
All right, you call me when you get this, all right? What the hell's going on with that thing?
It ain't starting.
Clearly, but why?
I got no idea. The tank is completely full. I parked it there, no problem last night.
You check the spark plugs?
I just put new ones in last week, and the oil and coilant it's all good too. I don't know.
The tires, you kick the tires?
No, that I didn't do.
What the hell's wrong with you? That's the first thing you should have done.
He starts to exit.
You're joking, right?
Oh, yeah, I got a million of them.
He exits to the wings.
Did you kick the tires?
All four, baby.
Okay.
The loader is then heard turning over several times and still not starting. Charlie soon enters in defeat.
Don't say I told you so.
No, never. I was thinking more along the lines of, I told you so. You kicked the tires, dumbass.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what?
We start digging, that's what.
Digging? We can't be digging a 12-foot hole with shovels. That'll take days.
Yeah, and?
I pulled my back out this morning, so let's wait until the newbie comes. He's young and...
Can't wait for him. We ain't got time, and chances are he ain't going to show up anyways.
Then, let's talk to Mr. Clay and...
You either start digging or
what?
Or you're fired, okay? Yeah, you forced me to say it.
Yeah, but do you mean it?
I mean it. Before you tell me to shove it, you better think twice about that wife of yours who's sick at home with the virus.
How'd you find out about that?
I find out about everything around here. And in the long run, she's going to be a hell of a lot better off with her husband with a job. Because who knows how long this whole quarantine shit's going to last. So, what's it going to be?
A beat as Matt contemplates his options and reluctantly takes a shuffle. They then start to dig silently for several beats.
We really haven't been getting along anyways.
Get along all right, so knock it off.
I mean, me and my wife.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. I mean, at first, I hate to say it, I kind of liked not having to be around her, but they're having to stay in the basement and all. It's like, kind of had my life back for the first time in I don't know how long. I could have the bed to myself. I could watch whatever TV shows I wanted. Didn't have to pretend I liked her cook it, and I didn't have to talk about God, how lousy our days were. Hell, I could even just walk around the house naked if I wanted to. But you know what? I mean, like, after about 5 days of that, I started to realize how much I missed her. I mean, everything about her. Her nagging about the dishes I leave in the sink. Her, it's like pig-like snort of a laugh at the dumb jokes I tell. That horrible smell of hair from the Aquanet she still sprays on it. And yes, even her lousy cooking. Most of all, I just missed having her lay next to me in bed at night, just knowing she's there and she needs me and I need her, and how we just kind of take care of one another without realizing. I guess what I'm saying is I just realized how much I love her, and how right now I'm just scared to death of losing her. You know what I mean?
I do, Mac. I do.
Mind if I ask you something personal?
Do I have a choice?
I mean, you do, but it's just that we suddenly get a lot of time together here, so we got to talk about something, right?
I guess so, but just think there are more important things to talk about right now than my personal life. That's why they call it personal. And
Okay. Let's just forget I asked. Let's just keep digging.
Okay, what is it?
Why weren't you ever married?
Who said I wasn't?
Well, nobody, but I never once heard you talk about nobody either. I mean, your mom could do, but a wife or even a husband for that matter.
Huh? What are you getting at?
No, I was just, come
I
on.
ain't got no husband, Mac, because I ain't gay. But yes, I was married once to a woman, all right? You happy now?
Yeah, I ain't happy or sad, makes no difference to me.
No difference to me either.
Then why are you getting all hot-headed on me for?
I haven't thought about her until now. It was very instant. Now she's just one more person I got to worry about.
Where is she?
Well, last I heard, and more than likely she's on lockdown like everybody else is there. God damn it. I hadn't thought about her in so many. See? Now you got to be lying to you. And right now, maybe more than any time in human history, we should be telling each other the truth. All of us on the planet. Whether we like it or not, we should be telling the whole truth and nothing but. Truth is, I haven't stopped thinking about her since this whole nightmare started. Carol is her name. Was her name, I guess. She was my high school sweetheart. Got married a couple of years out. I wanted to settle down, have a family, and she wanted a life anywheres but here. And I just wasn't willing to leave my mom all alone with a stroke after my old man died of a massive heart attack. So what did I do? I said, Carol free, divorced her, in other words. Told her to leave me and never look back, because if it comes down to a choice between her, or my mom, I can choose my mom every single time. It's been only me and her ever since.
And Carol?
Like I said, LA, last I heard. I even tried looking her up on Facebook recently, and she's nowhere to be found, which means she's either remarried with a different last name or she's dead. Right now, my hope is that it's the latter. Not because I wish her any ill will. In fact, it's because deep down I still love her and I wouldn't want her to be living through this apocalyptic horror one bit. Especially if she's alone. Now, is there any other personal shit you want to know about me?
No.
Good. Now, how about we start squaring this hole out a bit, huh? Too much like a circle, and circles don't fit caskets. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Well, that spot up there where the head would be, and where I'm standing here is where the feet would be.
Heads or tails, in other words?
Yeah, heads or tails. So where do you want to square off?
Should we flip a coin for it?
Boy, you sure love to procrastinate, don't you?
Just
Mac,
having a little fun is all. Ugh. So, what do you want? Heads or tails?
Can I call it in the air like they do in the Super Bowl?
Sure. You ready?
I'm ready.
Mac flips the coin in the air.
Heads.
Mac catches it.
Heads. Dang.
Yeah. Home team wins the toss.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine.
You sure?
Said I'm damn fine. Come on. Enough of this already.
So, you got the head then?
I called it, didn't I?
What? You called it, but that just means you get to choose. Like if you want to kick or receive. So you won the toss. You get to choose. And just to be clear, you're choosing the head because you actually want it, right?
Mac, I swear to God.
Okay.
That's kind of fun, though. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I love sports, the Super Bowl. I mean, man, that was my favorite night of the year.
Oh, mine too. Well, one of them, anyways.
What's some of the other ones?
Oh wow. I mean, it's a bunch. Christmas, of course. New Year's Eve. St. Patrick's Day.
Well, they canceled St. Patrick's Day, so you can chop that one off the list. And let me tell you something. Christmas, New Year's Eve, Easter, the 4th of July, all the rest will soon be on the chopping block, too.
Come on. Why are you being such a pessimist for?
Oh, no, my friend, I am being realistic. And that's why the very first thing I did when all this coronavirus power grab started was buy a gun. 2 of them, in fact, both semi-automatics.
Are you serious?
Or more. And you better start being more too. Because this whole thing isn't about no virus, it's about power. Power grab, remember that.
You're really freaking me out, little buddy. Come on, like next thing you're gonna tell me is you believe in like little green men.
There you go, joking again. But man, you take a crystal ball look at what really been going down. Our government, federal, state, and local, hell, all the governments in the entire world have literally shut down every aspect of society. No work, no church, no contact, no baseball, no basketball, no football, no golf, no weddings, no bars, no restaurants, no birthday parties, no travel, and soon it's going to be no guns. Trust me on that. All in the name of public safety, what's best for us from an invisible virus that causes the same symptoms as the common cold and worse, the flu that kills, by the way, tens of thousands of people a year, and nobody even gives it a second thought. Did you hear anybody say anything like that on the news? No, nothing. Because it's all about creating a boogeyman. And brother, as the media created a monster for the ages. So stay inside, people of Earth. Because if you don't, the boogeyman's going to get you. And if you don't believe it, we're going to lock your ass up. Because who are you to question us? And so what did the majority do besides walk like the living dead to the liquor stores and the pot shops that are still open? They get drunk and stoned so they can't ask no questions, so they can rise up against the very ones who are actually working. The talking heads of the media and the producers and the hair and makeup people and the camera crew, and of course the politicians are all quick to have a press conference. They're the new fucking movie stars. While the masses huddle in fear in front of the flat screens, waiting between the commercials for the false prophets to give us the answers to save us. Yep, the suckers obey like sheep, and they follow the herd of their own peril. But let me tell you something. When the enemy comes banging on my door with their cameras right behind them to show all the world the example they're going to make out of me, they're in for a battle bigger than the OK Corral.
Oh, Lord. And your mom? What's she going to be? Up in the window like Ma Barker firing down on the Law and Order?
Both barrels, you know it.
Well, you know how she ended, right? Her and her son both riddled with bullets and dead as doornails.
Well, at least we won't be living in tyranny. Live free or die is my motto.
Is it your mom's?
Absolutely. 82 years old, and she lived through a hell of a lot worse than what these sons of bitches are bringing.
I'm glad to hear that, but She's 82?
She'll be 83 next month, God willing.
I mean, God willing indeed, because
But what?
it's nothing. Forget it.
No, please, say what you're going to say.
I mean, it's just that the elderly, they're the most vulnerable with this thing. And she's at the age where a lot of them are dying from it.
My mom's doing just fine, thank you. But your wife got it, and she ain't so old, is she?
I mean, my wife got it because she was in China last month.
China? What the hell is she doing there?
She was visiting her relatives.
You shouldn't be. You never told me your wife was Chinese.
What's to tell? And hey, you know everything that goes on around here. Ain't that what you said?
Well, that's what I said, but that part must have got buried for some reason.
What difference does it make anyways? You got something against Chinese people?
Yeah, right, I do. They're the ones who started all this in the first place.
Really now? I mean, I thought it was the deep state.
It's all one big evil web of lies as far as I'm concerned.
You're calling my wife evil?
Now, those words never came out of my mouth.
Then you're calling my wife a liar.
Same answer, pal. But she's the one who came back to the U.S. with a virus to spread among our people.
Fuck you, Charlie, you sick, twisted motherfucker.
And down, Mac, because if there's anyone on the planet right now who's on your side, it's me.
Oh, I'm just thrilled to death about that.
All I'm saying is that she was used. Well, I'm sure she's as amazing as you say she is and more, but there ain't a snowball chance in hell the Chinese government didn't know she was an American citizen and would be coming back to the States. And worse yet, the U.S. government knew about it too. The deep staters, that is. And trust me, there's a lot of them cockroaches in Washington. And so what did the Chicoms do? They hit her up with the virus and they put it back on the plane before the travel restrictions were put in place.
Oh my God, listening to you is like listening to insanity itself gone insane.
If I were insane, I'd be afraid of working with you, afraid of being near you, but I'm not. Not once have I asked you if you were tested. Now, did I? And you want to know why? Because it's all a power grab to control people, and I ain't buying into it. Not one goddamn bit.
Maybe I should be the one who's afraid of being near you.
Want to keep your distance from me? That's your business. Keep digging.
I'm getting hungry already.
Bring lunch?
I mean, not much. I didn't think we were going to be here all day. A couple hours max, I thought.
I thought, Roy, what'd you bring?
Turkey sandwich and an apple.
See, now you're wrong again, kid.
What do you mean I'm wrong? I brought a turkey sandwich and an apple.
No, you brought a Thanksgiving feast is what you brought. Kind of start using your imagination. You want to get through this. Even though Thanksgiving is going to be canceled too, of course.
You're a piece of work, Charlie, but I still ain't following you.
I'm saying you got turkey and stuffing and cranberry sauce and mashed potatoes and gravy.
Wow, I do?
Use your imagination, you do.
You're not gonna like start singing like a Disney movie or nothing, are you?
Good.
No. I'm good. Okay, I get it. Okay, so I also got string beans and yams and soup dumplings and braised pork belly and scallion pancakes with ginger soy dipping sauce and miso roasted Brussels sprouts with maple syrup and sriracha. And
use your imagination. What the hell kind of Thanksgiving's going through your head?
Again, my wife is Chinese, and like I said, she ain't much of a cook, but on Thanksgiving, I gotta admit, she ain't half bad.
Of course. So dessert, how about dessert? You got anything American with that apple of yours?
Apple pie with matcha.
I don't even want to know what that is. Probably apple pie with bat or something. Where you're going on.
Matcha is green tea powder, genius.
Ooh, sounds delicious. Okay, it's my turn. For lunch, I got peanut butter and jelly on Wonder Bread with a bag of Cheetos and a grape juice box.
That sounds really healthy. And how old are you again?
My mom's mine 10.
But your mom still makes your lunch? My. And you think you know somebody.
I may continue in my imagination. What I really got is the finest nuts grown throughout the world. Almonds, pistachios, walnuts.
Geez, I hope you ain't allergic.
Hazelnuts, pecans, macadamias.
Macadamias. All right, now I'm all ears.
Kelly, forget about it. What I got is raspberry marmalade.
Marmalade, he says.
Right, the bread of baguettes. That's crunchy on the outside, soft as butter on the inside. My juice box. Well, that's no ordinary ocean spray kind of deal. What I got is French Bordeaux Rothschild Polique 2005.
Listen to you speaking France.
Imagination, son. Not for nothing. That's over $1,000 a bottle. And the best news is I'm going to share it with you.
Really?
Hell yeah, yeah. A toast to our lives and what they used to be.
And what they still will be in the future.
Okay. Just what you think it's going to be in the future.
Come on, let's just toast and not start with this all over again.
But
Cheers.
you know, you just don't get it, Mac. This is a whole new world we're living in now, and it makes 9/11 look like a fairy tale.
Charlie, I just don't see it that way. And deep down, neither do you.
Yeah? How so?
Well, you went from being like a conspiracy theory realist to a use your imagination first grade school teacher all in the course of about 10 minutes. So I'd like to think you still see some hope in humanity, especially since all the things you imagined are from all around the world. And not for nothing, that's a lot of good things that have come out of this virus too.
Such as?
I mean, that's less traffic for one, less pollution for two, less trash in the oceans for three. I mean, shall I go on?
No. Let me help you out a little here. There's been a lot of dead Iranians, from what I understand, which means a lot of dead Muslims. That's a good thing. Then we got.
See, now you're getting stupid because there's also a lot of dead Italians who are mostly Catholic. So is that a good thing too? No, I forgot I asked because I don't know what I'd do if you said yes. I mean, wow, it's no wonder your wife left you.
My wife didn't leave me shit for brains. You heard my story.
Yeah, I heard it all right, but now I'm starting to wonder if what you said was real or imagined.
I'm nothing but real from head to my fucking tail, pal.
And that's another thing. I think we should stop calling each other pal and buddy and friend, because the more we're talking, it's becoming more and more clear that we are anything but. And let me just tell you something else. One of these days, all of this is going to be over, and you're going to live to regret the hate in your heart. That's more of a virus than the virus. But I can only hope that it stays contained right here and doesn't spread.
Talking like one of them liberals now, are you?
I sure do hope that too, because that's exactly what I am.
Hey, all good on my end, but it seems you're the one who got the problem with people like me. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that I could give you the virus to any group of people on the planet and have them wiped off the map. It wouldn't be to North Korea or Iran or definitely not China. It would be the homegrown, make America great again Trump supporters like me.
That could never happen, so why even go there?
My point is that if you had a choice, you so-called bleeding heart liberals who supposedly want to kumbaya with all the peoples of the world, you'd want to kill us off with the virus at the very first chance you got. Huh?
All right, I admit it, yes. But if I was like forced into a choice.
Incredible.
Hey, it's your stupid imaginary game, not mine. And what's so incredible about it anyways? It's people like you who put that idiot in the White House in what now turns out to be literally the most important time in world history.
Never let a crisis go to waste. Ain't that what your fearless leaders believe?
Truer words have never been spoken.
I could think of more than a few that work. But yet, your side has dragged up every ugly trick in the swamp to bring him down, and none of it worked.
All right, you got me on that one, but there's a real good chance that this virus will.
It would sure tank the economy. So that's something the elites can check off their wish list.
I mean, it's all in the name of the greater good. God, and you are right to achieve kumbaya, as you say. Then there's going to have to be some collateral damage before the world is completely healed again.
Your wife, collateral damage?
My wife knows what's at stake and will be ready to defend our freedom soon enough.
Defend our freedom? Are you fucking out of your mind? This virus and the whores that have been using it to their advantage are taking nearly all of our freedoms away. They ain't going to stop until they...
I just don't see it that way. Things had to change, and only time will tell who's right and who's wrong. So enough of fucking politics talk, Charlie. Because if we think things are ugly now, they're going to look a hell of a lot worse if we keep going down that rabbit hole. And fuck, it's hot out here all of a sudden. God. But like chilly too. God, I'm still burning up.
Oh, and maybe you're the one with the collateral damage.
I'm healthy as a horse.
You say so.
Fucking dig, damn it. Take this fucking hole so we can get the hell out of here. Feel cold. Maybe a fever, I can't tell which.
The symptoms for sure.
You mean the same kind you've been showing since we got here?
Not me. My sweat is from hard work and hard work alone.
Oh, yeah. How about that cough, huh?
It's dust from the dirt is all good for the lungs, actually.
Yeah. Into your arm. I said cough into your fucking arm before you spread your disease among the dead, for fuck's sake.
Ain't diseased.
I think it's time you admit that it's looking like a very real possibility.
I got it from you.
Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but I think it's time. God, we just fucking both leave here now.
Go where? Huh? Back to my mom so she can get it? And you back to your wife so she can't never get healed with the two of you in the house? And then to not get tipped big time on the job here with...
Fuck the tip.
Oh, really, money bags? You got a pot of gold buried in your backyard or something?
I got some savings put aside.
Well, good. And you go and I'll finish this job myself. I'll take the entire tip, too.
Fuck you. I deserve to get something out of it.
If you don't finish the job, you don't.
I'm starting to, ache all over, you evil bastard.
I'm digging.
How do you know?
I don't, but that's the way you got to think. Mind over matter. Hard work cures all and makes America great again.
I swear, if you say those fucking words to me just one more time, you ain't gonna leave the cemetery alive.
Make America great again! Make America great again! Make America great again!
Mac immediately goes after him with his shovel. Charlie laughs loudly as he's chased about the stage, knocking over dirt, tools, the hole, and so forth.
Social distancing, remember? Social distancing!
The chase continues for a few more beats before Charlie is forced to stop as he begins to wheeze and fight for air. Mac, just as breathless, then raises his shovel over him and as if he's about to hit Charlie over the head with it. Charlie then pulls out a very real semi-automatic handgun from the back of his pants before Mac slowly backs away as he lowers his shovel. Both catch their breath.
Don't back away. Take it.
What the hell are you talking about?
You said you wanted to see the likes of me dead. A buddy, friend, pal. You sure as shit ain't gonna kill me with a fucking shovel. Hey, take the goddamn gun.
I don't want it.
Take it. I'm gonna kill you in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, okay.
Mac quickly crosses to Charlie and takes the gun and points it at him.
There you go. Pull the trigger.
I ain't gonna do that. Why the hell are you so quick to die now?
I got the bug, kid. You're right, I had it all along. Maybe even gave it to my mom because she's at home with it too. I lied. I never had no symptoms till today, and so I've been in denial about my whole truth, but I lied. Maybe I gave it to you, maybe you gave it to me, it makes no difference, because the virus is everywhere now and always will be. There it is, right behind you.
Mac quickly turns around and starts to point the gun about fearfully.
Where? I don't see it.
No, you can't, but it sure sees you, and now it's above you.
Mac points the gun above him and then wildly about as Charlie calls out.
And now it's to your left and to your right. Kill it, Mac, kill it. And then kill me. Please.
Mac fires several shots about the stage before pointing the gun directly at Charlie. Blackout, end of act. We'll now take a 5-minute pause here so you can refill your wine glass or use the facilities. We'll be back at
in 5 minutes.
at 5 minutes. Act 2. We pick up exactly where we left off, with Mac pointing the gun directly at Charlie.
Keep digging.
But you?
With me.
He lowers the gun before dropping it on a bag of tools. They then walk slowly to their respective spots above the grave and start to dig for several beats. Just then, Charlie's phone starts to ring. He looks at it to see who's calling.
Well, if it ain't our little Tommy.
Well, la-di-da.
Hello there, princess. How am I doing? Couldn't be better. How you doing? No social distancing. Totally understand. Yeah. In fact, it's become one of my favorite catchwords of all time. Right up there with I gotta take a crap. Busy? No, not really. I just got one hole to dig today. Oh yeah, Max here. We're both doing A-okay without you. In fact, I mean, I guess I can tell you since we ain't coming anyways. We're doing a special order for Mr. Clay himself, and due to the vile nature of the world today, he's given us both 10 grand in cash to do the job.
It's grand, he says.
Do we still need any help? Not what, gee, I don't know. Maybe after we're done, you can walk with us over to the banks, make sure the deposits are protected and all, Other than that, I think we're good.
Stop it, Mac. You're killing me.
So, anyways, honey, I gotta run. Now you stay in touch. I'll do the same. And hey, you catch up on a few movies while you're home. It's what the world needs now, right now. Yeah. Kisses.
You're really just too much, Charlie. I swear they truly broke the mold when they made you. Oh. Watch a few movies. It's what the world needs right now. I mean, who even says that?
Little old me, I guess.
You could say that again. Oh, God. Oh, say, speaking of movies, you heard Tom Hanks got it, right?
Oh, what, the virus?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I love Tom Hanks.
Yeah, me too. Who doesn't?
It's that celebrity funeral hooting and howling we was doing earlier that ain't so funny no more.
No, it's still funny. Just got to get some kind of sense of humor about this. Otherwise, we're all just going to go nuts.
Right about that.
And not for nothing, Hanks will be all right. God, shoot, I remember, when Magic Johnson got the AIDS virus, and man, everybody thought he was toast.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, back then it was like getting a death sentence.
It was a death sentence.
Yeah, it was a death sentence. But look at Magic now. He's still on top and then some.
He'll never be as good as Bird, but yeah, I hear you.
Come on, don't say that. Bird wasn't even in Magic's league.
What are you talking about? Bird was the league.
Bird was a prick. He punched Dr. J in the face, for goodness sakes. Dr. J, a true legend of the game, and there's Bird throwing punches at him like some schoolyard bully.
Yeah, I gotta admit that was pretty shitty. But
Shitty? It was as classless as it gets. And I know one thing for sure, Magic would have never done something like that.
Well, yeah, they're both brothers, so no.
Brothers? They ain't brothers.
Biological, but they're both black.
So what?
Blacks stick with the blacks, the whites, the whites. And when the greatest basketball player of all time is white and he steps into a nearly all black player court, let's just say a few feathers got ruffled, huh? Tension starts to rise. Dr. J got popped.
Man, Charlie, I knew a lot of things, but I just never thought you were a racist.
I ain't a fucking racist. What I am is an observer of reality. And the reality back then was what I just described. And don't get me wrong, we made a lot of progress since then, and that's a good thing. Well, when push comes to shove, and that kind of behavior still goes on today. I mean, you want to hear something truly deep from within me?
I'm terrified to say yes. So, no. No, I'm going to have to decline that invitation.
Too bad, because I'm going to tell you anyways.
Of course.
With this virus now, my sincere hope is that people start to see that it doesn't discriminate. The infection kills blacks, whites, yellows, browns, even alien greens with the same amount of equal hate that it can muster. And the fucking tiny little microorganism don't discriminate like that in such a bad way. All of us people shouldn't be doing that to each other. And did Magic Johnson or Dr. J or Larry Bird ever say something like that? No. But Charlie, the gravedigger, did. There you go.
Wow. I don't even know what to say.
You gotta say nothing.
No, I think I do. I'm sorry about what I said to you earlier.
Refresh my memory of what you said. I've been doing my best to block a lot of it out.
The part where I said if I could give the virus to people like you, the Make America Nuts Again crowd, that I would do that. I am sorry I said that, because I wouldn't do that for all the tea in China, and I mean that.
Okay, thanks.
So you accept my apology?
Sure, yeah, why not?
You don't sound very sincere.
What do you want from me, a hug?
Wish we could, but no, I'm good right now.
Okay, then, I gotta admit, if push comes to shove and I had to make a choice between giving it to the Middle East Muslims and the American lefties, be a tough call. Present company excluded, of course.
And just when I think we're breaking new ground together, you go and say something so incredibly stupid that I can barely wrap my head around it.
No,
The whole world is in this together,
The virus is around the whole world. That part I agree with. But together, no. Far from it. Them crazy Muslims could have their way, and I ain't saying all of them, mind you. But the ones in Iran and whatnot, they would drop this thing.
Iranians are dying from this practically more than anyone right now.
And the Italians too, and the U.S. is right behind it, believe me. I'm truly sorry to hear any of that, because I don't wish this shit on my worst enemy, but that's not what we're debating right now.
Now, I ain't debating nothing. You're the one that's debating with killing Muslims or killing the left.
Get them before they get you, that's all I'm saying. And what are you being so sensitive about for, huh? None of what I'm saying is false to the average individual walking on the street, if there were any. You ask practically any Upper West Side New Yorker, they would say what you said in a second. Same goes for the Middle East crowd, but the same for my gang. We're all dead men walking in each other's eyes if we really had the chance. But again, present company excluded, of course.
You say these things as if you're just painting the broad side of a barn.
The barns are big.
They ain't that big. And how many actual Muslims do you know, anyways?
I know enough.
You don't know any. Who are you kidding?
I don't have to know any. I see what they're doing and the way they act on TV, and that's more than enough for me.
Whoa, let's wait a second here. You said the media was a bunch of liars who do nothing but put on fake news all day.
They do, but on the Muslim thing, they got it right.
Oh, yeah, okay. So then how many lefties do you actually know? I'll bring it back on American soil to make it easy for you.
I've seen enough of them on TV with them crazy Antifa shitheads.
Sure, so you cherry pick the most radical that even most of us don't like. But the fact is, you don't know anybody on the left either.
I know you.
Oh, yeah. Name me one thing you actually know about me. And I'm talking about on a personal level and not what I have for lunch.
I'm done getting personal with you. Been there, done that. And trust me, you're better off.
Better off how?
Just better off. So let's just end it there.
What, do you think you got some dirt on me or something? Because trust me, there's a few stories I could tell about you too if I wanted.
Is that a threat?
No, it's the truth.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
I don't either.
Yeah? How come you haven't mentioned you have a son?
Well, why haven't you ever mentioned you was in prison for murder?
Long beat as they stand off for a bit. Charlie then begins to cough first, and Mac soon does the same. They then begin to dig for several beats.
It was involuntary manslaughter.
That ain't what I heard.
But you heard his prison talk wrong. It was involuntary manslaughter, and I did 4 years for it, over 25 years ago. Let me tell you something. I deserve to be there for life. Dumbass drunk I was behind the wheel. Went to a stop sign, slammed into the passenger side door of a car heading home, just like I was. None of us ever made it home that night. The 12-year-old boy sitting on the passenger side didn't make it at all. Killed on the spot. His dad spent 3 weeks in a coma before he woke to find out. What a horror that must have been, huh? For me, I've been a ghost ever since, but when I got out, the first thing I did was visit the boy's grave, put flowers on it. Michael Benjamin Evans Jr., his head's over there by that row of weeping willows trees. And After months and months of doing that, this whole cemetery felt kind of like home, second home, anyways. And so I never left. Took a job to become the loser, motor mouth, know-it-all grave digger you see here today. And so I gotta admit, it's always been eating away at me that you've got a son. Never once have you ever brought him up, because if it were me, man, I'd be bragging about him every chance I got.
It's tough to brag about a son who hates your guts.
Hate is a strong word, and tough to believe any son really hates his father.
And it's tough, all right, but it's true. And if you know I got a son, then you must know he's from my first marriage to a white American woman, if that's any consolation to you.
Yes, guess I deserve that.
Who knows what any of us deserve? But I do know there are consequences to every decision we make. And the consequences for me, when me and his mom split, was she got full custody and I barely saw him again. He's 15 now, and he grew up hearing all these things about what an absolute son of a bitch I was to her. I mean, I don't feel like I was. It takes two to tango in these things, as you well know. But, you know, when a kid is involved and all he hears is one side of it all, then that's the reality, whether I like it or not. Like you still worry about your ex in silence, I worry about him in silence too with all that's going on. He's got type 2 diabetes, and if this thing even gets a hint into his lungs, there's a very real chance that he could die from it, and it scares the living hell out of me every single day.
What's his name?
Michael.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, I guess so. But as much as I'm sad for your boy by the Weeping Willows, I do anything to make sure that my boy didn't end up there anytime soon.
And what are you doing?
Not a damn thing. Because for one, I obviously can't go near him. And for two, he's at that age where he doesn't listen to his mom anymore. And if he doesn't listen to her, he sure as she ain't going to listen to me.
When was the last time you called him?
Over a year ago.
Way too long.
What difference does it make?
Every bit. There's only one way to find out.
You know, the only thing I'm going to find out with some shouting and begging phone call to him to tell him to stay inside under quarantine. It's just how quick he's just going to tell me to go straight to hell. So hell no to that. Because there ain't a doubt in my mind. He's probably loving his time off from school. Thinks it's an early summer vacation. Probably sneaks out of his house every night to get drunk and high with his friends in the empty baseball fields. God, all having a really good time, getting chased by the cops apparently too. What can I say? I'd be doing the same thing if I was still young. So his decisions and consequences are his own now. You know, be locked up and live, or live until his very last breath, not being locked up.
I know which one I hope he chooses.
You know, gotta say I respect that too. You know, that is until he'd come home with the virus and give it to his mother. Because as much as me and her have our differences, you know, just to put it mildly, I still care for her more than she'll ever know. And with her tarred black lungs she's got from all the damn cigarettes she smoked over the years, I don't think she would last a day.
Last a day. Only time will tell for us. How deep do you think we are so far?
Oh, probably say a good 8 feet deep.
Yeah, I'd say about right. Want to break, eat that lunch we talked about, or you want to keep plowing through and eat lunch after?
I don't know, man. Looks like it's going to rain soon. It's okay by you. I'd like to just keep plowing through.
Got my vote.
You know, I got to tell you, I didn't expect to talk about such deep stuff with you.
Me neither. Here, I thought you were going to say you knew I was a xenophobe. I don't even know what that means.
Oh, God. That means that you don't like people from other countries.
Oh. Okay, I guess I am being a xenophobe then.
Oh, God. And here all along, I thought you were going to say that I don't believe in God.
Wait, let me guess. You don't.
No, I don't. Oh. Oh, and I bet you say to all your buddies at your local haunt that, those poor people need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
They sure as hell do. But the crazy part is that I'm one of the poor. You tax the rich, climate change. That's not who we are as people. Socialist cliche, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, you pin the tail on the donkey with that one. You keep your hands off my Medicare, heartless, throw granny off a cliff, America, love it or leave it, bumper sticker on the back of my check, redneck, my pants, wannabe. You okay? Wait, are you okay?
Fine. God dang. Woo, what are you trying to do? Kill me with all that?
Pretty funny, huh?
I was hoping I'd be able to look back on all this and laugh. I just didn't think it would be this soon. That last one about Pence really made me swallow my tongue. Because as much as I love the guy, I swear to Christ, I see one more time him holding that stupid 15 days to slow the spread sign like some scarecrow holding up a broomstick. I think I'm going to vomit.
You mean the 6-point plan sign to save the world from mass distinction? Yeah, that's a stand-up routine for sure. Just waiting for him to start saying, "May the task force be with you," and then he'd really be a hit.
Yeah, with the Star Wars theme playing music in the background.
Oh, yeah. And maybe at the next news conference, he can come out dressed as Darth Vader and just start going down the list. Listen and follow directions of your state and local authorities.
Man, that ain't as scary as hell. I don't know what is.
If you feel sick, stay home. Don't go to work.
Well, maybe we should have listened to that one. But then again, look how much fun we're having. Finally, something we agree on.
Yes, and if your children are sick, keep them home. Great idea, especially when there ain't no schools open to begin with. I mean, where the hell else are we going to keep them?
Out by the shed where we can shoot them like old Yeller.
Don't give them any ideas, because that'll be the next thing if we ain't careful.
Speaking like a true conservative, I like that.
Oh, not me, but I gotta admit, this nationwide lockdown has given us all the taste of socialism gone mad, and I don't want no part of it.
It'll be tough to break a lot of it now that it's in place.
Let's pray that ain't never gonna be the case.
I don't believe in God.
No, just a figure of speech is all.
God ain't never a figure of speech, Matt. Why don't you anyway?
Why don't I what?
Believe in God. Why don't you?
And the harder question is, why do you? I mean, God, I heard they're starting to build pop-up hospitals in Central Park for thousands of income and sick people that they're expecting as we speak. And there's this death ship on its way to Pier 90 on the Hudson River. And you can say what you want about the ship, but if there was a so-called God, out of all the other countless atrocities that it is allowed to happen in this world, it sure as hell wouldn't allow a pop-up Halloween hospital in Central Park.
Got no answer for none of that. Couldn't answer you if I tried. I feel your frustration. But I swear on all that is good in the world that God is real. That he has gotten me past the most difficult times imaginable. That we're chiseled and stoned by the devil himself. And if you believe, I mean, truly believe in the miracle of Christ our Lord and Savior, then we'll get past all this as well.
But I already got the virus, and so do you.
I don't know that for certain. I ain't been tested. You ain't been tested.
You got all the symptoms. What's to know?
What's to know is that we still got a chance. We still living and breathing.
Barely.
We got a chance because God is allowing us to get our house in order. And if we do, he's going to allow us to keep on keeping on.
Are you seriously saying that he's up there behind some pearly gates looking down on his kingdom of earth, picking and choosing who gets to live and die from this thing?
I wouldn't put it that way, but I can't deny that one way or the other.
Well, let's just pray your mom has her house in order, or she won't be next.
She does, and she won't be. Because she's a God-fearing woman, always has been, always will be.
Oh, I'm really convinced that she's protected now. And she shouldn't be fearing God. Nobody should, and I sure as hell ain't.
Your wife feel the same?
My wife is an atheist to her core, which means she don't believe for a second that He's choosing us like dirt-ridden gravediggers to live over her, our friends, our neighbors, our relatives who got it and even died.
Like I said, I ain't going to speculate nothing on God's plans one way or the other, because only a fool would even try to attempt to do that.
No, only a fool believes in an imaginary wizard who lives in the clouds but goes by a he. God, shoot, it's no wonder the Me Too movement rose up, because if God is a male and he's been doing all this kind of shit to the world, I'd be hashtagging and wearing a pussy hat all over the place too.
Insulting God ain't going to help you on your plight or your plight.
I don't need help. But what I do need is a cure. I mean, what the world needs is a cure so we can all just go back to living normal again.
What are you going to do to help make that happen?
There ain't nothing I can do.
You can pray. Seriously, pray.
I ain't praying, asshole.
You got to lose.
My dignity?
Pray with me.
No.
Pray with me.
No.
I'll do it myself.
Charlie drops to his knees as Mac starts to dig feverishly.
Dear Lord, it's Charlie again.
It's Charlie again, he says.
I don't believe, I know you spoke this morning and all, but as you can see, I'm in a situation here with a non-believer, and so I need the strength to be pulling double duty on this big prayer for help with this virus thing. I'm asking you to heal Mac's wife, because despite all her faults, she's a real good woman, I'm sure. Please, have her pull through with flying colors. And while you're at it, keep his son and his ex-wife safe, because they're good people too. I know it. I just know it. Anyways, I guess that's it for now. So
Wait. Just hold on for a second. Why did you pray for me?
I didn't.
You prayed for my family. So you prayed for me because you prayed for me before anyone else on the planet, including your own mother. Why?
I ain't sure, to tell you the truth. Didn't think about it. Just came out that way.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. So, what do I do now?
You really never prayed before.
God, as a kid, I did before bed after I was tucked in by my mom, but that was long gone time ago. So let's just say I'm a little rusty.
Understand. Well, next, you got to believe in something bigger and more powerful than anything you could possibly imagine. If you don't want to call him God, it's okay too, because that'll come later once you get holy rolling again. But for now, you think you can at least believe in a higher energy, maybe?
A higher energy. Okay, I like that.
Good, me too. So and now just commit to what you've been praying for and ask away.
Dear a higher energy, I know we don't know each other or nothing, but here we are. Oh man, this is starting to feel ridiculous already.
No, hang in there. You're doing good.
Really?
Honest to God.
Okay. All right. So anyways, I'm asking you to deliver a cure for this fucking virus right now. Come on. Just end this shit. Get your fucking act together before there ain't no one left.
Doing a hard sell, eh? Why not?
Now, on the count of 3, I pray that this is all over and done with.
He closes his eyes. Charlie does as well.
1, 2, 3.
They slowly open their eyes.
You think it worked?
Tough to say.
How you feeling? Yeah, me too. Then again, we ain't got it, and so my prayers wouldn't work on us anyways because we don't need them, right?
Right.
Mac,
All right, let me call my wife.
phone.
Let me call my wife.
Good idea.
Hi, honey. It's me. How you feeling? Like death warmed over. Got it. Don't even feel a tiny bit better? I mean, kind of as if you felt like a higher energy blasted through your body all of a sudden? No. No, not like gas pains, but maybe. I don't know. Would a higher energy be kind of like a fart?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, dear. Yeah, I should be home soon, so keep taking it easy, okay? If you need anything, whatever you do, just don't pray. Because you're only going to end up even more sad than you already are. I love you too.
He hangs up his phone, and without saying another word, he again starts to dig feverishly before Charlie soon does the same for several beats.
You know, prayers don't usually get answered that quick.
I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, it's not like God presses a magic button and then bingo.
I said I don't want to talk about your prayer bullshit no more, you hear?
Bullshit.
It is to me. I'm just done fucking talking about it.
Okay. Kind of nice hearing about your mom, though.
I didn't say nothing about my mom.
Tucking you in and all.
I ain't talking about her. It's just something she did on occasion, before she died.
Oh, sorry.
That's what happens to people, even to moms. Found that out real early in life. They die even when you kneel by your little twin bed and pray for them not to. It is what it is. It is what it was.
Must have been hard for you.
We all got our crosses to bear.
You mind if I ask you how she passed?
Breast cancer. God, the only part of a human body that feeds a child with life, and that's the part that killed her. My old man, used to say that I was the one who got her sick from all that sucking on her tits I did as a baby.
That's a hell of a thing to say.
He was a hell of a guy.
What are the good memories you got of her as a kid?
I ain't got no good memories as a kid of her or of anyone else for that matter.
That's a damn shame, because the memories as a kid for me is all that I hold on to now, what it used to be and what I hope will be again for future generations long after I'm gone. I got my doubts about that, as you well know, but boy, oh boy, I wish they could have memories as a kid that I do.
I wouldn't mind hearing one.
Why?
Just maybe want to be reminded of how good we all were once.
I don't know how good I was. In fact, most of the time, me and my friends in the neighborhood were a bunch of hooligans. Man, did we have fun. We knew every shortcut to a fence, over every rooftop, throwing water balloons at cop cars, getting chased through the ball fields by them, and then the older kids on the block who we hit with eggs from above, too.
Oh, yeah, I did all that now with my friends. Boy, did I.
And then you got good memories, eh?
I guess I do. I do got some great times indeed. God, one of the best times were drinking beers in the dugouts with my buddies, talking about, where we're going to go in our life.
Like father, like son, it sounds like to me.
Some truth to that for sure. Oh, how we were going to conquer the world. And we meant it too. We weren't afraid of nothing, and nothing was too big to dream. We were badasses, each and every one of us. It was our turn, and we knew it. Felt it in our bones. God, our bones were stronger than steel.
Oh, yeah. And the summers, they just seemed to go on forever, didn't they?
Oh, endless. God, and that smell, that summertime smell in the city, right before all the rotten garbage took over, it was like the smell of a newborn baby.
Beautiful. And if you think that smelled good, my grandparents had a little cottage upstate in the mountains. Trees, the leaves, fresh cut grass.
The sneezing.
That too, no doubt. I mean, that smell, that summertime smell. And on top of that, the lakes for swimming and the dirt paths for hiking and the docks for fishing. And in the winters with the sledding and the campfires, with my mom and dad singing songs that they grew up to.
Amazing.
That was better than that. It was life. We were living. We were living. And words can't do it justice because it's just how things were meant to be. How things are supposed to be. I don't know. Maybe this virus will remind us of all that again.
Yeah, you don't appreciate it until it's gone.
Yeah, and it is. It's all gone. It's never going to be the same again. Our collective innocence has officially ended. Kids walking around with their masks on and walking 6 feet apart with the playgrounds all closed, the future scarred for the rest of their lives. Memories for them, dreams for them. Nightmares. Nightmares.
No chance at all, huh?
They don't know the difference, man. They haven't experienced freedom the way we did.
We got to teach them.
We had our chance and we blew it. And I count myself in that failure especially because none of us did enough. We only fought and argued and killed each other over the stupidest shit. The greed and the name calling and the lies and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Then we set that up for our young and now it's done. It's over and we can never go back. The millennials, whenever I name the agitators and the media came up with the generation after them, they're on their own. The clock is run out.
He begins to cough rather violently for several beats. Mac can only stare as he knows he can't help. Charlie then stops. Without saying another word, they then both begin to dig for several beats before Mac hits rock bottom of the hole, as a sound indicating so is heard throughout the theater.
What was that?
Mac looks down into the grave.
A rock.
Oh, man, you're kidding.
No, it's 2 of them, it looks like.
Oh, shit.
Mac looks deeper into the grave with disbelief.
But it can't be.
What is it?
They ain't rocks. They're fucking headstones.
What are you talking about?
See? Headstones, right?
You're all right. Dig around them a little more. All right, that's good enough. Hand me that broom over there. The one with the long handle?
Mac crosses to it and picks up the broom and hands it to Charlie. Charlie then reaches deep into the grave with it and starts to quickly brush the dirt away from the headstones for several beats. He then looks deep into the grave and a look of utter fear and horror comes over his face before he backs away and starts wheezing heavily.
What is it? What's wrong?
Charlie pulls himself together as best as he can before he points toward the grave for Mac to look. Mac does so and reads the names aloud.
Charles Conti and Dennis McCann? I don't understand.
It means we're dead.
I ain't dead.
It means we've been digging our own graves.
I ain't fucking dead and neither are you.
Better start praying, better start believing.
Shut up, you.
He picks up the gun and again points it at Charlie.
Shut the fuck up now.
What are you gonna do, kill me?
I will, I swear it, because I'm alive. I'm alive, and if I pull this trigger, you won't be.
Our names are etched in stone by the devil himself. It's over. Birthday parties and football games, dance floors and rock concerts and happy hours and life itself, it's over.
Then get in the grave.
What?
You heard me. If you're so eager to be dead, then get in the goddamn grave. Now!
He shoves Charlie towards it, who then reluctantly stands over it.
Now! Jump in, or I'll bury your sorry ass alive.
I'm scared.
I'll shoot you in the back of the head and it'll all be over.
It is over, Mac. It is over, Mac!
Charlie,
He points the gun directly against his head.
please stop saying that.
He starts to cry and feels his own face.
See? My tears are real.
He then wipes his hand on Charlie's face.
They're real and wet. Can't you feel them?
Max feels Charlie's face and chest.
I feel your sweat and I feel your sickness and your pounding broken heart. Feel mine.
He drops the gun and grabs Charlie's hands with both of his and puts it on his heart.
You feel mine, don't you? Tell me you feel it. Tell me you feel it. Come on, my dear friend, please. Just tell me you feel it.
I feel it.
Swear on your mother.
I swear on my mother.
That I'm still alive. We're still alive. We still got a chance.
At what?
Max slowly steps away from him and contemplates his options for several beats. He then takes out his phone, dials a number, and speaks into it.
Michael? I'm so happy to hear your voice, son. My God. I'm so happy to hear your voice.
Fade to black, the end of the play.
little virtual bow. I just want to thank everyone for joining us. Denise was telling me there might have been a few technical issues with finding the video at first. Like we, have mentioned, this is our first time doing a live stream, so hopefully everybody was able to enjoy it. I believe it's going to be able to be rewatched on the event page as well. And if anybody has any questions, I don't know if we can really do a formal talkback or anything, but feel free to email Roy or me, leave a comment on our Facebook page. We can be in touch with the playwright. And if there's any, other questions that are about the acting process or how we worked on it, Roy and I are more than happy to record the short little videos, post them to the page, kind of answering the questions.
And special thanks to our playwright, Dan McCormick.
Yes, thank you, Dan. This is a brand new play. It came blindly to Roy, and he read it. He said, "This is so perfect and timely, for pretty much a first draft. It's in really, really great place." So, thank you, Dan, for letting us kind of explore this and read your play. This has been fantastic. All right, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to turn it off now. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.